What is up, guys? Defiant here, and welcome to another video. So today we're actually going to be doing a money making guide, and yeah, it's going to be kind of a unique way of making money, and it's actually about 3 mil or more per hour. So it's really good, especially for you guys who are in need of money. So I'm going to start off with the actual description of the method. So basically, you're going to be killing black dragons, but instead of killing them normally, what you're going to be doing is using the sign of porters. So if we check items on them and you go to other, you can actually see that they bank black dragon hide and actually all the dragon hides, but we're going to kill black dragons because they're the most expensive. And yes, like I said, you can actually use the sign of porters to bank the black dragon hides. So I'm level 88 divination, as you can see, which means I can use the 5th tier sign of porter. So each one of these things are going to bank 25 items. Now, if you don't have 85 divination, you can use the lower tier ones. So if we go up here, this one banks 15. Oh, sorry, this banks 20. At level 48 divination, you can bank 15, which is still quite a lot. And then, yeah, so just use the best tier you can, and that will allow you to not waste as many inventory spaces on the sign of porters. And yeah, so that's basically the method. Kill black dragons. You're gonna still have to pick up the big bones, but your black dragon hide are gonna be banked automatically, and this will speed up your GP per hour rather than killing them normally, because you won't have to bank as much and you won't have to spend as much time picking up items, etc. So going into the gear and stuff, this is one of the best setups you can do, which is full Pernix, which will give you that damage boost from having the full neck set effect. And then also, I have a Zari bow. If you can afford Ascensions, you may want to bring those because they're better. However, if you have Ascensions, you're probably not going to be doing this money-making guide for only 3 mil per hour. Obviously, some of you guys may not have this gear, so you might want to bring, your Royal Crossbow, which is a cheap crossbow and still really effective. And then also, maybe some Armadillo gear or whatever the best range equipment you can bring. Also, if you're not in the mood for ranging, you can use melee with Drygores, but I wouldn't recommend using melee with anything less than Drygores because the kills would be significantly slower. And also, the option is there for you to bring a cannon or not. I'm not going to bring one, but you may want to test it out and see how it works for you. Personally, I'm not really a big fan, but like I said, that is definitely up to you. So, actually, I'm going to have to get a rock chicken from the bank, and let's make sure I have one real quick. There we go, because that's what you're going to need to get into the Black Dragon area. So that's my gear setup. Also, my aura is penance, so I don't have to use much prayer. I'm still bringing a little bit because they may not hit me hard enough where I'm getting enough prayer points back. So I brought some prayer just in case. But penance will definitely help with your prayer situation. Also, I have Master Sharpshooter, so when penance runs out, I will be bringing that. And then also, my quick prayers are going to be Soul Split. That's how I'm going to heal. As you can see in my inventory, I don't have any food. And then also Anguish, which will increase your range attack and strength and all that stuff, of course. And yeah, I might have Protect item on as well, just in case, if you DC or something, you always want that on. It doesn't use too many prayer points. In my inventory, I have my Winter Storage Scrolls to bank the Dragon Bones. Like I said, those Sign of Porters will bank your Black Dragon Hides automatically. I have an extra yak pouch because your trip should last over an hour. Now, this isn't the exact amount of items you should bring, and I can't really give you exacts because it all depends on how long you're willing to stay there, how long your gear allows you to stay there, how long the tier of Sign of Porter you have will allow you to stay there. So basically, it will require a little bit of testing from you to see the best inventory setup from you, or for you rather. But that shouldn't take too long to figure out what you're comfortable with. And then I also have a Super Restore Potion. That's just so in case I run out of summoning points and I need to summon another Pack-Yak, I can use that. And then the Raw Chicken is to use on the Chicken Shrine here, which will allow you to get in there. And I actually forgot a crucial bit of my inventory setup. So let me go to the bank real quick and I'll show you what I forgot. Alright, so I'm at the bank, and as you can see, I added my Overload Potion, my Pro Potion, and my Super Anti-Fire Potion into my inventory. And basically, if you don't have your Super Anti-Fire, you're going to die most likely. It'll hit you for large amounts of damage, which you just won't be able to out-heal. And then also, you want to bring your best potion. Obviously, mine is Overloads because I have 96 Herblore, but if you don't have Overloads, that's fine. Use your best potion you can. And then I bring Prayer Renewal just so I can get those extra prayer points. And yeah, so once you have those 3 potions, you're going to be good. I recommend potting up outside of the chicken shrine because right inside you can get attacked. So I'm going to do that right now, and also make sure to wear your sign of porter. You have to wield them in order for them to work. So once you've potted up, use your raw chicken on the chicken shrine, and turn your prayers on. And actually, you might want to check for an empty world at first. You really don't want to be crashing people. So I'm just going to hop real quick, and then I will find, once I find an empty world, I will continue with the method. Alright guys, so I'm back, and as you can see I found an empty world. Now for those observant people, you may notice that my potions timer has gone down significantly. Now it actually didn't take me that long to find a world. I quick hopped twice and I found an empty world, but the reason why my potions timer is down so much is because something happened with the video file which I had to fix. But now that it is fixed, I can continue on with the guide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pot up again and see in two doses of potions, so about 10 minutes, see how many kills I can get. And we'll use that as a gauge to see how many kills an hour you can do and how much GP per hour. But yeah, so I'm going to pot now, and then we're going to start that. And then yeah, so what you want to do is you obviously want to pot again, and then you just want to use your range abilities to kill the dragons. Like I said earlier, you could bring a cannon here, and I'd place it around there if you are going to bring one. However, I would rather not bring one personally. So the dragon hide is actually on the ground, but once you pick it up and put it into your inventory, it actually disappears, you'll see, and it actually doesn't end up in my inventory. It goes straight into the bank. And what this does is, if you didn't have it, basically you'd have to use your yak scroll on the hide as well, and you wouldn't have enough scrolls in order to bank all your stuff, and you'd have to leave early. So that's why I like to bring the sign of porters here. And as you can see, I'm just killing them very, very quickly. And yeah, that's basically all you do. You just slay them. And you know, bank your bones when you can. If you run out of inventory space, store some in your yak. It holds 30 spaces. Don't forget about those. They're quite useful. And also the black dragons will drop rune long swords every once in a while. Those are worth about 20k, so you may want to pick those up as well. And also if you want to collect your charms, I'm 99 summoning, so I don't need to anymore. But for those of you who aren't, you may want to collect your charms. They do drop quite a bunch of crimsons. And so you can do that, bring your charm collector, or just pick them up by hand, and you'll get a lot. So now that you've seen the method, I'm going to pause the video, and basically after my 2 overload doses are up, we're going to go to the bank and see how many bones and hides I have achieved. Alright guys, so I'm back at the bank, and I did my 10 minutes at the Black Dragon's little lair place, and I've killed 46 of them, as you can see. And the only drops I got were the bones and hides. I didn't get any rune long swords or any black dragon eggs or something like that. However, I did do a little bit of black dragon killing a while ago, and I actually got 2 black dragon eggs in like the span of 10 kills or even less. So it was kind of ridiculous because these are extremely rare. So make sure you keep an eye out for those, as well as visages. Black dragons actually do drop draconic visages, which are a couple mil each, I think, maybe just 1 mil, I'm not sure. But definitely a nice boost to your profits if you do manage to get lucky and get one of those. So we're going to price check the 46 hides and bones I got. So let's see what we got here. And the bones are really, really expensive right now because there's no bots in the game. But yeah, as you can see, 432k after just 10 minutes. So if we calculate that real quick, 432k times, what is it, 6? And that's almost 2.6 mil. And you could do it even more efficiently than I did. So you could get up to 3 mil an hour doing this method, definitely. A couple times I was kind of like slow on my reaction and stuff, and you know, you can definitely do faster than what I just did. Don't be like, oh, you're just saying that to make the method sound better. You genuinely can. I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You know, I thought it was a kind of unique way to make money. The only thing I'd say is that sometimes you may have a little bit of trouble finding a world. You shouldn't have too much, but they are common Slayer tasks, so people may be doing those. Also, if you have a Slayer task for Black Dragons, definitely try this method out and make sure to bring your Slayer helm for 15% faster kills basically. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys here. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like rating, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys all with another video. Peace.